Hey guys, good morning. I hope y'all having a wonderful morning. I had a long night last night, but anyway, I was up this morning and I don't know, I took a couple hour nap and I got to thinking about a few things in Sebastian ROGERS' case. And remember, allegedly, these are my opinions. Don't take it as fact. It's just my opinion, guys. I'm a big alleged bubble here. Remember that, right? And 100 million times freaking trigger warning, right? Trigger warning times 100 million, whatever. I'm very tired, but I'm also very frustrated a little bit because there's a lot of people trying to prove that, of course, Sebastian's scent was picked up, which it wasn't. We've all heard the recording of stepdad trying to explain to that officer leaned on the back of that pickup truck that he went out the back, the dogs went out the backyard. This is after the police search and all the other stuff. This was later on another dog. He couldn't remember or whatever. But anyway, he went out, they followed the dog out, the dog that they brought in, I guess, right? Followed out the outside of the fence and down the street. You know what I'm wondering? Do you remember when they said that somebody was walking around with goggles on or something like that out in the street? You remember? Said they saw someone. You know what? I'm starting to wonder. When the dogs didn't pick up a trail in the very beginning, did they try to create their own trail? Did they get something of his and take it across that backyard at night and drag it up down there and drag it over there by that construction site? Did they do that? Did they do that? And got a weird individual over here walking around in a cut off shirt. I don't know what he's doing, but anyway, he might be searching, I don't know. But the thing is that I'm starting to wonder that. But when you go back really and look at the statement from Eric Craddock, right? Let's take a minute, take a breath. Poor little Sebastian. I'm just saying, take a breath and listen to what Eric Craddock said. There is no proof that he left that house. Well, if there's no proof that he left that house, then why in God's name does the FBI say he was seen in the early morning hours of 26? I'm telling y'all, I have a big gut feeling, and I could be wrong, and I might be wrong, but I have a gut feeling that Katie put on Sebastian's shoes. She was dressed all in black that night herself, right? Remember? When she left the roadhouse, she was all in black, remember? Shoes, pants, everything, right? Looked like sweatpants if it's on a fuzzy screen. I think what they caught on that camera is her actually walking down to meet whoever was at that car. But and I'm wondering if she was carrying him, because if he would have went barefooted, they would have picked up the scent. So we know there's no way he walked out of that house. I don't know. I'm starting to wonder if that night thing, that Tinkerbell video was a plan to throw things off, right? Throw things off, and now I'm wondering, y'all might laugh at me, but I hope y'all don't, because I'm actually being pretty serious here when I say this. I'm wondering now if that video was to take someone like Sebastian's medicines, clothes, things that he would need, snacks, because she bought so many super snacks. Remember all those trips she made that weekend to BJ's, right? Was that what that was? Is that just to drop everything off? And so they had everything and take everything and have it ready. And then that morning, the 26th, he was seen, it says, in the Stafford Court area. All along, I'm wondering, that drive that she took that morning, did she get rid of him then? Did she pass him off to somebody that morning when she left that house? That's what I'm starting to wonder. I don't know, because you got to remember that Tinkerbell video happened in like 2 minutes, right? I don't think you could carry somebody that far and back in 2 minutes. Now, it is possible, but because you remember how slowly it went, right? This is the only thing throwing my brain off. How slowly it went out there, but how fast it came back. That tells me one thing. On the way there, it had extra weight. That slowed it down, slowed him down. Whoever it was, in the first part of the video, where it takes them some time to meet the second, suspect 1 and suspect 2. When they meet, suspect 1, the one that, or 2, I guess, the one that goes back to the home. If I got that correct, I could be off. I'm sorry, guys. But, the suspects that came back to the home. I'm saying that particular one. If you watch that video over and over and over and over again, you're going to see they walk very slowly out there. Then they walk very fast back. So that tells me, that's what I'm saying. It tells me, I hate to repeat myself, but it tells me one thing. Someone had a lot of weight, extra weight on them to go that slow out there, but didn't have that weight coming back. So, did she carry Sebastian out of that home? Asleep. Say she was just asleep with his medicine. She carried him out of that home. Or the thud was the accident and she carried him out of that home. And she was slower because of the weight of him having to carry him to someone else. And that's the only thing making me think possibly that the Tinkerbell video is the answer. And then, the second part of me is wondering, was she carrying a bag full of clothes and snacks and everything else and it slowed her down? And then the next morning the deal was, okay, meet me by the store, right? And somebody was there, or meet me by the school, somebody was there, and she had him laid down in the back of that car and got rid of him that morning. I've heard a lot of comments that say that they think she got rid of him that morning. Because why else would she have taken a 38 or 39 minute drive? And why would they wait till 6:33 to call when they got on the phone at 6:03? If your freaking son is missing, if you're that freaking worried, you call right then at 6:03. For one, you'd have never called Chris to begin with. You'd have called law enforcement first, screaming and hollering, my child is not in my home. What the hell? Where is he at? And please help me. Right? That's what would have happened. Not, I called my husband and we chatted for 30 minutes. Think about it. It's 30 minutes. 6:03 to 6:33. 30 minutes right there. They talked on that phone before they called law enforcement. Why? That 30 minutes holds a whole lot of answers. What to say, what to say to the police. That's what that call was about. To remind her, hey, you call me at 6 o'clock or a few minutes after 6 and I'll go back over it with you. You leave the house, give me 30 minutes, we'll talk, we'll go back over everything you need to say, and then we'll call on three-way. Was that what happened? Was that phone call that morning for 30 minutes before they called law enforcement? Was that call to, because you got to remember at this point, she's known he's missing. By the time they call, she knew he was missing for 33 minutes before they called law enforcement. What's that number? 33. What are they using? Threes, right? 33, 3 minutes, 3 this, 3 that, 3 hour drive, 3 this, 33 minutes. They waited 33 minutes to call law enforcement. There ain't a damn parent out here that would have waited 33 minutes to call law enforcement. Tell me one. Tell me one that's an innocent one. I don't know. Y'all soak on that a little bit. Because, there is some confusion to this because Eric Craddock clearly stated out of his mouth, there's no proof that this kid left this house. And you know why he's saying that? Is because he knows the dogs didn't pick up jack squat. That's why he's saying there's no proof. He's going by those dogs, which they should. That many dogs, that many people, he's going by that. And I think they sent that many people is because of the CPS reports. They figured something bad happened and they wanted to make sure that he was not in that area, or they thought maybe they had dumped him in that area. I think they were suspects from the first minute they called. At least I know Chris probably was because of the CPS reports. Now come to find out he has CPS reports in New Mexico and in Texas. What's all this CPS reports? Jesus, how many can somebody get? That make no sense. There's a lot coming out, and it's good. It's damaging for them. That's who it's damaging for, is them. But poor little Sebastian is getting lost in all this. And I'm sorry, he is. And that's why we do our searches the way we do them. We don't post videos for sometimes a month after we get done searching. And you know, the only reason I'm agreeing to a big massive search for Summer Wells is because the drama's not in that case. You know, I know that we can search without any problems. I don't want to put anybody in jeopardy or anything like that. That's why I'm using the Summer Wells search. Am I going to bounce over and search for Sebastian on my own? Yeah. I plan on doing that if there's not answers by then. But like I said, I feel that there's answers coming soon. And I mean, that's why they're doing what they're doing, is to try to avoid. They're trying to clear themselves. So they're spending 15 grand to this guy, you know, to help try to clear their name. But it's not going to work because the police already have their mind made up. The FBI has them. You're not changing the FBI's mind. I'm sorry, it don't work that way. You might can change your little Sumner County Sheriff's Office minds, but you're not changing the FBI's mind. Why do you think Seth wanted the FBI in there? He wanted truth. Truth, damn it. Truth. Where's the freaking truth? The truth lies with them four bears. I'm telling you. There ain't no porridge left. It's time to tell the damn truth. Time for Goldilocks to tell the truth. What did you do to that young man? And where the heck is he? And was that you carrying him to that car? And that's why it took you so slowly to get there and so quickly to get back. Nobody's talking. No, not one person has mentioned that. I know that. Not one person has brought this up. That it took her so long to get there. I've been waiting a while to talk about it. It took her so long to get there, out to that car, but so quickly to come back. So that tells me one thing right there. In the military world, that means you packing some weight. She knows what I'm saying. Packing some weight, girl. And then you free weight when you come back. Free of the weight you were carrying. Hallelujah, huh? That's the way I'm going to put it, guys. I just wanted to talk for a minute, but that's the way I'm going to put it. I feel that I don't know which one to go by. I know I go by the FBI. So I don't know if she drove out of that neighborhood and put him out a little by the store and he had to walk to meet someone that he thought was Seth or something. And that's why the FBI says he was caught on camera. Or was he caught on camera like we thought about? Did she put him out of that house and him not want to go to that car and him not believe her and him try to just stay by the front yard, but somehow had a brand new pair of shoes on or a brand new pair of something on that didn't have his scent in it that she had been saving for that night or that morning. And that's why they didn't pick up anything at all, is because he had a brand new pair of shoes on. They're not going to pick that up. He hasn't been wearing them long enough. You know, you need to wear shoes for what, 7 to 9 hours, I think, to even build up a scent. You know, if he just put them on when he walked out of that front door, and she put him out of that front door, he didn't do it. He's not, and it's cold. He's not sweating. He's not going to leave a scent. And then he wouldn't go, so she had to go out there and grab him, throw him over his shoulder, and carry him there. It's possible. Possible she put him out the front door to get him seen on camera. That could have been part of their plan. But whatever it is, it's a plan. I'm sorry. This kid did not vanish on his own. There's no damn way he vanished on his own. And he didn't walk out of that house on his own, I don't believe either. If he'd have walked out of the house on his own, he'd have took his stuff with him. Unless she had already bought him a new PlayStation and all this stuff, and that was part of the weight she was carrying. I don't know. She might have bought him all kinds of new stuff over the time and paid cash for it at different places and nobody knew about it over the time of planning. Who knows? There's a lot of things she could have done. I got you all these new video games and all these new, you're going to go over here and you're going to hang out and you're going to play all you want to play. You know, he might have got excited. And that's why I say she overstimulated him that day on purpose. There's a reason for this, guys. There's a reason that she pushed him to his limits. It's got to be. I'm sorry, it's got to be a reason. But somehow, some way, Either she ditched him at 3 in the morning or at 6 in the morning. But that conversation that morning and her leaving that morning, I guarantee you Chris one that was operating the whole entire plan. That's why she called him, to execute it the right way. So he could, Mr. Crystal Clear could make it crystal clear to Katie, this is what you got to do right now. Okay, get in your car and leave. Get out of that neighborhood. It's going to be swarming with police. Get out of that neighborhood now. Go by the school. Go over here. Go meet so-and-so. Go meet my mom. She's down the road waiting for you. Which you know, we don't know. And I don't know if they know. Because I'm sure it's so wide open out there. There's not cameras in all those long road areas. Who knows? Something. But to me, that was a plan that morning that they executed. And that's what took 30 minutes of their time before they called it in. I mean, what were they talking about for 30 minutes before they called it in? I mean, your child is missing. And you leave the damn house to go search the school. When you got cops, well, call the cops, they'll check the damn school. He ain't never walked to school before, woman. What makes you think he walked to school that day? In the damn cold with no shoes and no backpack. And no lunch. I mean, come on, no medicine. This kid is not going to do that. He's on the spectrum, but yes, he is, but he's smart. And he's also 15. He's 3 years away from an adult at that time. Not even, really not even 3 years for, you know, because he was already 15. So, I mean, I just don't see. Look at his dog. That's where her tags broke the other day. She smells her own scent right there. You know, it's, I don't know. You're going to get all wet, Ruby. Quit acting silly. They don't want to see you being silly. This is exactly where she broke her collar. And her tags popped off. She says, I smell myself, Dad. Good girl. Good girl, Blay. You better. All right. Anyway, you know, man, God, this case gets me. Because whatever happened to me between Tinkerbell and 6:03 a.m. when she left that house, before 6:33. Everything happened before 6:33 a.m., before they called it in. So their plan, whatever they planned, they ended up working it out that morning, what for her to say, until his mom got there to help her. Because, you know, Kathy took over as soon as she got there. She didn't let them question Katie or talk to Katie, I bet. She kind of kept her quiet, kept her sitting down on the couch. Hey, give you a tissue and act like you're crying, right? That's probably what happened. Go ahead and put some tears on, please. Turn them on, turn them on. You need me to smack you around a little bit before you can cry, or you're going to be able to cry on your own? Put some jalapeno juice under your eyeballs. Good old trick, ain't it? Oh, man, there's no telling. I ain't never seen this woman beg for that child, not one time. If you cared for that child, Katie, you would have begged for him. I'm sorry. Any mother would have begged. And any mother out there right now knows what I'm saying. Y'all would be freaking crying, screaming, hollering, begging, snot bubbles coming out your nose, no telling what else. Wouldn't matter because you wouldn't care. You just want your child home. You don't care what people think of you. You don't care how you have to sit there like you're in a freaking, you know the way she sat, right? Y'all know the way she sat in that Chronicles of Olivia video where she sat there all up, like she was sitting like she was taking a lie detector test. That's how she was sitting. Like she was just getting a lie exam right there on the spot. Like that was her lie detector test, that talking after 8 damn days of not begging for your child and not leaving your house. Just sitting in there eating all your snacks. Not worried about your kid out there. Then try to make up some fake shit about dogs. Chris, you know it's a bald-faced lie, man. Unless y'all drilled something out there on the ground to make them dogs go that way. There ain't no telling what y'all did. But why the hell you wait 30 minutes to call and report him missing? Why? Make that crystal clear. Why you wait 30 minutes? And I'm sure law enforcement, FBI is probably going, damn, they waited 33 damn minutes. Most parents, when they'd have walked in there and that child wasn't in that bed and they ran around for a couple minutes and saw that he wasn't in the house, shit, they'd have been on that phone screaming at that law enforcement. And they damn sure wouldn't have been thanking him. And the damn sure wouldn't have been saying, damn, they were lining up all the way out there to the next neighborhood. They don't give a damn about how many are there. They just want their kid home. Y'all were more worried about the show. Damn, I'm losing my voice talking about Sebastian. We cannot lose sight of this young man. The hell with this damn drama shit. Like I said, put the focus on him. And I don't know, guys. I'm frustrated as hell because they know where Sebastian is. I'm sorry, in my opinion. I know this is allegedly my opinion and it's not fact. It's just my damn opinion. But they know, in my opinion, they know where this kid is. And they planned this good, too. And I can see it, just like him lying to the New Mexico court. We know now he's not an honest man. Sorry, he is the biggest damn liar in the face of the earth right now. Until this young man is found. And I'll be the first to apologize if something else happened. But I'm telling you right now, they know. They know. In my opinion, they know. And I think everybody clearly sees that. I think everybody clearly sees through his here we go, right? Here we go. File the report. Let's go. Yep, let's go. Let's go do what, man? Like, that was probably what you told her that morning on the phone. Here we go, Katie. Here we go. All right, you're going to do this, you're going to do this, you're going to do this, you're going to do this. And it took 30 minutes, and then they called a popo. On three-way. Click, click. She couldn't even call popo. Why couldn't she call the damn popo? Whoa, I don't know, man. No, if them keys were in this big old rotten tree, that would be some funny stuff, wouldn't it? It's a huge triple trunk tree here. Probably been here 100 years. Anyway, y'all guys, I just wanted to come on for a minute and discuss that because I feel like everybody's trying to make hoopla of this dog thing and him walking the trail down to the thing, and that never happened. Sonny's clearly stated. No dog trail, false lead. And it's a false lead because they did something, I feel. They tried to put us in, they did it the wrong way. Either Katie put on the shoes and walked that way or something. But you know what's funny is, I'm wondering if they'd have had one of them dogs sniff her leg when they went out there. Aha! What would they have found? Y'all ever think about that? You do, I know you do. I think about that. They should have. They should have smelled her, sent to, and double checked to make sure she didn't go. Now, she went out in the front yard, so yeah, I would have followed her there, but would it have followed her somewhere else? Would it have followed her where the Tinkerbell lights went? And y'all remember what I said about them lights. She went slow out there and fast back. What does that tell you? She had a lot of weight. She was carrying a lot of weight. She was packing some heat. Packing some heat, about the size of Sebastian, about $1.20. $1.10, that's some heat right there for her. Because she damn sure not in shape. We know that. We know she don't do no cardio. Only cardio she do is with right hand, spoon, or fork. That's the only cardio she does. So it was probably rough on her to do that, and that's what took so long. But she sure did make a move back to that house. Anyway, we know we got her number. We know that. She knows that too. She knows she caught. I feel that she knows she's caught. That's why she's quiet as a little mouse. That's exactly why. And he's trying to throw out all these narratives to change the thing. He's just trying to throw everything off, and it's not going to work. They don't care what he says. They know he's a liar, so they ain't worried about what he says. They know CPS is on his ass, so they ain't worried. They're not worried about one lick about what he says. They don't believe one word that comes out of his mouth, I guarantee you. And they don't believe a word that comes out of her mouth. Or they wouldn't have said what they said in the beginning. They would not have said that there's no proof that this boy left his home. And we're not ruling out foul play if they didn't think something happened inside that house or that night on that video. That's my opinion. That's Ruby's opinion. I mean, truth's going to come. It's going to come eventually, because we're going to find this young man. We're going to keep up this damn fight. And when that weather's better, believe me, between all of us creators that are searching, I think there'll be a whole lot more searching this summer. And I know I reached out to Dolly, my brother. I love you, Dolly. I reached out to him yesterday. We'll see what happens, but you know, I tried to see if he wants to do a search with me and Ruby, and he can bring, you know, him, PJ, and Lolo, see what they can do, huh? That would be fun to go do a search together. So I don't know if he'll do it. He might not. He's got his other plans too, and I get it. I understand that, and I respect it. So, but if he does, that'd be great too. But anyway, y'all guys, me and Ruby love y'all. We rambled enough about Sebastian this morning. We got to keep him in our prayers. We got to keep them all in our prayers. All these voiceless, they need us. All these missing, they need us. All the runaways, they run for a reason, guys. And if he did run away out that house, he ran away for a reason. So what was that reason? They still need to be charged for that. That's neglect. He still needs to be charged for CPS. They can't let that disappear and vanish. So we got to keep up the fight for Sebastian. Yes, she says, okay, we will. All right, guys, y'all be good. We love y'all, guys. We'll talk soon. Remember, allegedly, these are my opinions. Y'all's comments, y'all's and y'all's alone, not your flex channel. We do our research together. Allegedly, my opinion. Don't take it as facts. Take it with a grain of salt. Love y'all, guys. And we will talk to y'all on the next one. And remember, always, trigger warnings, 100 million. Y'all guys be good. Bye.